Two more to go as we move on to race number 7 on the programme, and the second last is a Class 3. It's over the 1,200 metres, headed by High Five. Finished last time out. That's behind it. Music Edition, Dream Come True. First up for the season. Last time we saw him was in June. Finished runner-up behind Serafino. Special Stars, a two-time winner here over the 1,000 metres, 1,200 for the first time. E-Master up in class with his last start course and distance win. Gallant Return, runner-up behind Right Choice last time out. Kobe Opper goes up in class. A big win on the all-weather last time. And Relentless Me, a three-time winner at Sha-Tin, 1,200 and 1,400 metres have been his winning trips. As far as Chung Fry is concerned, Special Stars, Waldorf and Relentless Me have all had a trip north, Brett, within the last month.
This is a good contest. We can have a look at the speed map here. Dream Come True, right front tendon injury, been off the scene for a while, but he's trialled well and he's got pace, we know that, from barrier 7, potentially can cross Kobe Opper. Maybe Gallant Return rolls forward, but there is an option to go back from that barrier. Relentless Me, Waldorf can race handy. Alkari could be a little closer too. This is not easy to work out, this speed map.
High Five does it nicely here this morning. As you say, he was a little bit disappointing in his last start, finished back, but he's come on okay since that run. He does pop up occasionally. He's got the big weight to carry. That's the query with him. Special Stars will step up to 1,200 metres here. He goes really nicely here in the mornings as well. And Sylvester de Souza will take them out from barrier number 4. But he's doing everything right at this stage. There's Special Stars and Kobe Opper. Now, he always works well on the all-weather and it was a big winner on that surface. But he runs well on the turf as well. So I don't think he's out of this by any stretch of the imagination from his low draw. And he's a horse who's only had the 2 starts and going well.
Yep, and we'll have a look at that win in a moment or so. We'll start off, though, with Harrier Jet, who's a 2-time course and distance winner, and his jockey, Neil Callan.
Neil, in race 7, Harrier Jet, 3rd over the course and distance last start in what appeared to be a pretty strong race. Were you happy?
Yeah, he quite surprised me because he's always been a horse that has needed a good gate to perform at his best, and when he's had to go back in his races from a bad draw, he hasn't been able to quite finish off. So, look, we just spoke to Paul last time and he said, look, he's not going to win a race by going random, so just go down the inside and just ride him for luck. And, you know, they put a bit of pace in the race halfway, and luckily he just hugged the fence all the way around and he got clear running in a straight, and he closed off quite strongly. But look, he might have to do that again tomorrow, but look, he's in good form, he feels well, and hopefully you know, he's going to be determined how fast they go. If they go slow and he's at the back, it's going to be a little bit tough for him, but if they go fast and he can just go back and slide down the fence and get all the look on all the gaps, he might be able to repeat the dose and get his head in front.
I was about to ask you about the tactics. Drawn in barrier 8, it does look quite tricky.
Yeah, look, he's not the fastest away, so kind of snookers you into having to just take him back a little bit and ride a bit of a race on him. But look, he's going to be determined what sort of speed's in the race, and if they go fast and he can get down the inside and get all the breaks, then he's more than capable. 8
rides for you on the night, including Country Star for John Size in the last. Is it flattering to be asked? I know you've never ridden the horse before, but is it flattering to be asked to ride such a horse?
It's always been flattering to be asked by John Size to ride his horses. Look, he's the reigning champion trainer. His horses are in rich vein of form, that they're winning everywhere, and luckily for me that he gave me another opportunity after having an opportunity on the weekend for him, and you know, hopefully we can just get a winner on the board for him and move on from there.
Is he your best chance on the night, Country Star?
On paper he is, yes.
We'll come back to Country Star in a moment. He's in the final event, of course. That was Harrier Jet. We'll keep rolling. E-Master, the next one we have a look at. This was quite a smart win last time out, but as a result, goes up in class.
I thought the 1,000 and maybe it might have been a difficult task for him carrying the big weight here over that distance, but it was just too easy for him. He had a good time of things early on in the season, and up in grade for the first time. I don't think he's out of this.
Yeah, the wide draw put me off because I think he's going to get further back than he would like to, but he's in form.
That was gift of a lifeline in that race as well. He might pay him a compliment earlier on in the night. This is Kobe Opper, just his second start, and he bolts up here. 3 1/4 was a winning mark.
Yeah, he got a perfect run right on the inside, and he came through and won really nice. He's really well backed after his good run on the turf on debut. I think he'll run a big race again from his low barrier draw. I've got one to beat him, but I think he can run nicely again. It was an impressive win.
It was, but it was on the dirt, and you did make mention the Racing to Win that we covered him, that the dirt was the reason you were putting him on top. So I'm going to leave him out. I want to watch him on the turf.
All right, OK. Waldorf, it's been a pretty reliable campaigner this season as well. Gets £7 off his back as well, courtesy of Victor Wong.
He's out in the car park here and he runs on really nicely for second. That won't happen on the... Well, I hope it doesn't happen on Wednesday night. He's drawn really low, finally gets a barrier draw of 2, gets a £7 claim. I think he'll lead, actually, with Victor Wong aboard, and I think he'll win. I like him.
Oh, I wish I could give as much confidence as Paul. I think he's a great chance with the claim and the good barrier, but I'm not quite as confident as Paul. There's some nice horses in this race.
Early money suggests that many people agree with you, Paul.
Yeah, he's come up the early favourite at 4.4, quite less favourite, but I do like him. I think this is his race, Waldorf. Kobe operates the danger. I've got no problems with him on the all-weather. I think he's better on the all-weather, but I still think he can run well on the turf. Special Stars up to 1,200, and Gallant Return his last 2 runs have been good, especially behind Right Choice last start. 7, 10, 9 and 4, but I do like the 7. I think this is his race.
I thought you highlighted the strongest form line in this race with your statement just then, Paul, on Gallant Return. Form behind Right Choice, who won again the last race on the weekend. Prior to that, he ran a bottler over this course and distance from the same gate for Matthew Poon. The stewards did question Matthew about that ride. I think he'll need a touch of luck, but I think he's really flying at the moment for David Hall, Gallant Return. Alcari back to the Valley, blinkers back on. Waldorf, for the reasons Paul's mentioned, and E-Master just looks really progressive. So 9, 5, 7 and 8.
All right, there you go. My number's closer to Paul's than yours. You left Special Stars out.
I did. I didn't like his effort last start.
OK, up to the 1,200 metres. That was race number 7. One more to go, race number 8, plus all the best bets. That comes up next.